I know so long as she get really listen, I don't mean to call you up, cause I don't know that. And if I never call you again, that mean you throw back. We only met once when we you said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like say that. Lay back in the back of the Maybach. I be on my kid, one girl, one side, in a dope, sending me a text like she misses. The only way she get.
We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. And off we go from Jacksonville. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The run, it's Massive Virginia Tech, Hazel Tootin. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Hazel Tootin. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd down and 3. He'll look to throw. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Right to the air is Leonard. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gain.
This one up in the air and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd. And the defense comes up with the first point to this one. It is a pick 6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And Mike, we talked all week. Which offense was to be able to strike first and play with the lead? Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick 6.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, break! Go! 60 Eagles, 60! 70 Lions!
Now, faking the give. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big play to kick off this drive. 32 yards.
It's a gain of 32.
Ready?
First down, Colts.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
He'll drop to throw. Open man. That's Alec Pierce. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run with the rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Colts. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. The extra point by Romo is good. And the Colts will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Parker Washington. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This drive begins with a run by Chipman. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
Another run here with Chipman. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now. And John's a punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Hurt. Steady.
On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick 1st down. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st down, Indianapolis.
70 Lions. Go, Reed. Go.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. They keep beating him. 15 more on the ground. And another 1st down.
Let's go now. Check, Panther. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles. Roll. Steady, right?
They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
quick throw on this RPO, and Downs has it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Indianapolis.
Ready? 70, 70. Here we go, go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. It's second down. Back to the air one more time. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
He's got a man. That's Watson. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
18 Cardinal. Come on.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That one, take it in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Indy. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone. Because as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down. He gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. We go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Teaton to start the drive. And he'll get forward for about a yard. JT Tuimoloau out there on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds.
35-yard line.
Ready.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A gain of 5.
1 quarter in the books.
2nd and 5.
It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big gainer for yards. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
They'll throw out of the gun. It is brought in the end zone. Christian Watson, touchdown Indianapolis. His 4th TD grab of the season.
The kick is good. Makes the score Colts 21, Jaguars 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Chilton. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and
From the
7.
38 now, here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Chilton. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hand off, it's Chilton. Finding room to the 20. And he will score! Facial Chilton. Touchdown, Jacksonville. First touchdown of the game for the NFL's leader in rushing TD.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Ready up!
In motion goes Dobbs. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now. Nike, man, 3.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Can't tie the game or even take the lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. It is uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field, you're hoping that next possession has a different result.
I'll throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Cougar 19.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. To the left side and taken in by down. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 1st and 10.
A gain of 14.
Let's go.
1st down, Colts.
A give. Running right. It's Taylor. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Keely Ringo comes up from the secondary to make the play. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Ready? Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Set up.
Now whistles here, and a penalty. I think somebody moved early up front. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Pass right side to down. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Cougar 19.
They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And he'll get forward for company. Geno Stone with the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to get belted at the end, but he keeps possession of the football. Setting up 1st and goal.
So the challenge of these jet sweeps, Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give him the jet sweep. So when you don't get an early read, you see the leverage and the contain of the defense break down. And when these receivers and the way they can run, they get out into space, they are a handful to track down.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down, and goal.
60 Eagles, Gravity Lions. Let go.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense has come up with it. Not only no points, but they turn it over deep in their own territory. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage, And then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. On the give, it's two. We'll bring this up to the 22. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play.
22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Over the middle, that's the tight end Hopkinson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver.
Incomplete.
And it's going to bring up 4th down.
On the punt for the Jaguars.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Come on. 60 Eagles, 60 Cardinals.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he is out of bounds. A gain there of 27 yards.
On the stick.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
First down.
Go.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
In motion is Warren. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll get it inside the 20. And he is out of bounds. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That's to Dobbs again. And he'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
A run with the fullback hand. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. Rolo's kick is good. And the Colts will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. Ooh. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They go right back to Taylor. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Cowboy 80s.
A run with the former K-State product, DJ Giddens. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 9. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. They'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Indianapolis.
Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Pass the 60. Come on. No. Pass the 60.
Here's Taylor. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Vikings, good. Bronco switch. 70 Timber.
He'll look to throw. He completes this one to Mallory. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Makes it third and 2.
Cadillac. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. To the pylon. He's pinned. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. Two choices down there. Either work it up inside or use that speed to the edge. And Greggy's able to sneak it in for the touchdown.
Down here this close, Mike, there's a lot of bodies in there tight. So oftentimes, if you can get the back on the edge, they can rely on that speed, and that's exactly what we saw here. He wins the race to the pylon, and he's rewarded with 6 points.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is third and 10. He'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up fourth down. Jaguars ready to punt this one away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go.
On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. His fullback releasing, And he's going to bring it in. Back-to-back gains of 10 yards. And back-to-back first downs.
It's a gain of 10.
Come on.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Let's go now.
A gain of 26 yards.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That's good for a Colts first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Ready? Let's go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
19 Charger, 19 Charger.
6-yard line.
Cowboy 8, 70 Timberwolf.
On the give, this is Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And he is out of bounds. It's going to be 1st down, though. 1st and goal at the 2.
First down. 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
2-yard line.
Panther 60, go shot.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. This drive begins with a run by Tootin. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Jaguars first down.
On 1st down, they'll go back to Tootin. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. He'll dump this out wide to Tootin. 14 on the pickup. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Run out of the gun, and it's 2. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Noah Fant was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. Accelerating toward midfield. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 86 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense. All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground. But you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
Now this time, they'll look to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. Jalen Harlow in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone. And incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. It was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
Now it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A nice start to the drive. Gain of 10 and a quick 1st down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
He's got another 1st down and more. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
The Colts about to kick this one away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's 2. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The tackle by Justin Wally. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Another run here with 2. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he is stopped at the 35-yard line. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
Best time to call a draw is when the defense is playing a pass situation, so a down and distance that screams pass. You want those defensive linemen ripping up the field thinking, I'm going to go sack the quarterback. In this case, they time it perfectly, hands the ball off to the back, big pickup.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you... them feel uncomfortable, or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They pick up 27 and convert on 4th down.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he is out of bounds. That's a couple yards short of the marker, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with ETN. It looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got enough. They convert on 3rd down. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Set up the screen here for Cheaton. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
Choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
19-18.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. They get the victory away from home in the division. So valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season.